Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 25 with the Boston Bees. Um, yeah, it's been a couple of good seasons, I would say. Um, a definitive victory over the Guardians in order to achieve our fifth championship as a manager, although I think most of those were with Boston. The Red Sox, I mean. No, actually, we won. Yeah, we won three with the Red Sox, and now two with the Brave Bees. We'll call them. Yeah. Let's do some things here. Nice. Oh, this is awesome. Now we actually have this email here. That's very helpful. Thank you, game. What do we want to work on? Hmm? Oh, I did at the end of last season, didn't I? I did do that. That is the thing that I did. All right. I have a new, I have a second AAA team, which seems excessive to me, but okay. Let's try to get some quality people to run it, like Wiley Dunham here. And I think ball player Jed as pitching coach and as hitting coach. Definitely Mickey Doolin if we can make that work. All right. We also have a new double A team, the Knoxville Smokies. I really want Scott Hawley if we can manage it. I think he'd be a perfect choice because he's really good at improving mechanics, and that's the most important thing for a lower level manager. Um, let's get Roger the Salmon. He's a bit of a fishy coach, but that's okay. And then I think Ike Van Zant would be a fantastic choice, so we'll go for that. Done. Hmm. Let's quickly check to see who might be available. What do we want? The fuck did Joe DiMaggio go? Oh, he's random. He's still there. Okay. I'm not playing Joe DiMaggio in center field. That's ridiculous. But we've got everybody we're supposed to have. Like Chapman, DiMaggio, and Trotsky is a ridiculous outfield. Um, we've got Cronin and Crow to cover the infield. We've got Garrick at first. Hack at third. Let's go ahead and kick the tires on some prospects, perhaps. Perhaps. No, 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 no. Players, player. No, I had it. 50 potential pitchers. What do we got? That's a lot of money to spend just on a reliever who doesn't throw terribly hard. I don't think that's a good use of our resources. I don't. I hate to be that guy, but here we are. Um, Jack Kramer is a maybe, potentially. Luis Sula's not that interesting. Harry Breachin could be. I think he's a fine addition to our team. Done. Okay. Now let's look at hitters with the exact same criteria. Who do we got? Sure. Rudy York actually wants to get paid, which is fair. That I cannot afford, but I can certainly afford Johnny Hop at $0. Ken Keltner. I don't really need first baseman is the issue. Like I've got plenty of backup first baseman to cover me should somebody get hurt. Eddie Stanky is worth acquiring. I think that is a fair statement. I was badly hurting for infielders last season. I think Silvio Garcia is also an excellent addition to our roster and just gives us that much more flexibility in case somebody gets hurt. I don't have a place for Buck Leonard. That is an excessive amount of stuff. I don't think that's a useful expenditure. Okay. Let's advance time a bit and see what happens here. Scott Hawley is probably getting offered a major league deal, but I will offer him $2,000 if he's willing to take it. Erp. Okay, Van Zant, Doolittle, and Dunham all signed. As did Judd. As predicted, I did not get Hawley. I mean, ballplayer Elliott would be a very nice, um, would be a very nice like consolation prize. What does he put on the deal that is more than mine? I'm not gonna do it. You very clearly just don't want to play for me because you don't have a path to a job. So I get that. Elliott signed, amazing. Another 4 months for Stan Hack. That is, as the kids say, not great. A gold glove for Lefty Gomez and Ben Chapman. Nice. No Gold Glove for Lou Gehrig or Silver Slugger for Lou Gehrig, but my entire infield double minus Gehrig, plus Wally Berger in his limited playing time, also managed to get one. Nice. I don't see how Ripper Collins had a better season than Lou Gehrig, but I'm not going to question it. I mean, I did win the World Series, so I'm not surprised that I got the award. Okay. Who shall go into the fame of hollishness? I'm gonna vote for Happy and Wilbur Cooper. Although I think Cooper is a lost cause at this point. Lefty Williams, Ken Williams, Zach Wheat. Herb Pennick, I suppose, can have a vote. I guess Roger Hornsby. He's pretty decent. We'll vote for Wade Hoyt and Dutch Leonard. And I think the last one I really have to vote for is Ray Chapman. Okay, done. Submit. Like, obviously, Roger Hornsby is going to get in. Beyond that, I don't know who, if anybody, will make it, but we shall see. I'm going to remove that reminder now. Delete it. Zarwiggle. Damn it, Trotsky. Damn it. At least Joe Cronin has finally learned second base, which is, I think, his most natural position on this team as it stands. So, give me a drink of lemonade while things transpire. We're almost purely looking for window dressing at this point. Like, there's not really a world in which I don't have. Oh, damn. Unlike real life Ted Williams, who actually did start in the minor leagues, in the independent leagues, this guy's gonna get drafted. He's gonna be Detroit Tiger. Like, I guess the only other player I would even consider drafting that high is Bob Feller. We'll see, though. We will definitely see. What a loaded draft class. You've got Feller and Williams at the top, plus another Hall of Famer in Johnny Sane. Dizzy Trout was really good. Jeff Heath was pretty good. Joe Gordon was pretty damn good. Is a pretty good draft class, but not for me. Interesting. We could add in Roy Weir. I mean, there's a lot to like about a pitcher with this level of raw talent. Like, even if he ends up serving as, say, a reliever or a fifth starter or something, I could get behind a really dominant relief pitcher, which I think is what he could turn into. I think we do it. I think we take Roy Weir and damn the consequences. Chubby Dean, you're not even that chubby. You're a reasonably good pitcher, actually. Like, you have some interest to me. So, Chubbs, welcome aboard. And we're already at the point in the draft where it's just not that enticing. So I'm just going to go ahead and let my scouting director do the rest of the draft. Negotiate with draftees. You want $1,200? Sure. Douglas White, are you any good? You're fast and not a terrible defender. I don't think that's worth 900 claims, though, so I think we let you go. Hmm. Is there anybody interesting? Not so much. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna complete the draft. Done. Only Jim Tobin was selected. Good for Jim. Good for Jimmy Jam, as he likes to be called. I have many players associated assigned for designated for assignment. Don't I have like plenty of spaces in the minors for them? Like, am I hurting for minor leaguers? Oh, since I have a full, yeah, we can switch to 3x3 grid and get the other minor league teams in there. Oh, interesting. I see. So actually, I don't want them. Okay. Hey, Wilbur Cooper finally made it. Good for him, man. Hornsey was nearly unanimous. Hoyt made it, and Cooper made it. Damn, poor Wally Shang. Hmm. I can't believe not even one person voted for either Lou Fonseca or Oscar Charleston. But here we are. Yeah, I can cut all these jerks. What do I care? Excuse me. I still don't know why you picked them over me, but that's okay. You didn't get any money, which is what I find funny. Like, you just wanted to play for St. Louis, which I get, but I guess you're kind of a local boy. Nebraska's not that far from Missouri. Maybe that's all you wanted. Maybe you just want to stay in the Midwest. I can respect that. I will not get any compensation for losing a ninth round pick. I think that's acceptable. I think that is a reasonable thing. So, there's an interesting discussion to be had at some point in the not too distant future, which is what do we do with Lou Gehrig? Is it still appropriate to continually invest in him as a player? Give me 75K. There you go. When he is rapidly approaching the point where he will not be a useful player anymore. I'd say that he's still pushed with 6 wins, but I do think he is on a decline, or he's going to hit a decline quite soon. And Trotsky is begging for a position, a genuine position that he can work on and be proud of. So, I don't need this fuckhead or this fuckhead. So how about no, Scott? Bob Griffith got slightly worse, but also not terrible. Yeah, it's genuinely a dumb trade. So yeah, there's no mystery there. Roy Weir definitely gets called up in some spring training shot. Definitely the same for Silvio Garcia and Chubby Dean. Bobby Doer's gonna get some spring training time for certain. And the one question is, what do we do with Johnny Vandermeer? He's starting to slip. Like he's right now looking like an okay reliever someday, but he's not pitching well. So something to muddle over and to puzzle about. Let us go ahead now and advance. Oh, hang on. I said stupid. Sorry. I need to set up my actual team. Yeah, y'all do your things here. And we're gonna do a six-man rotation here, and here you go. Damn. Okay. And one more week, please. That's fine. One more week, please. So Slim Jones is gonna miss 4 weeks. I think we're just gonna. I think we're just gonna release him. No, I'm not gonna get rid of him this quickly. I want to see how he develops as he recovers from injury, and then I'll make a decision. Okay. I got 40 players, of whom 16 of whom are pitchers. That's going to be 4 pitchers gone. I have a lot of mediocrity here in the bullpen. And a few true examples of greatness. Roy Parmalee to the minors. I can't send out Matlock, I don't think. Well, maybe I can. No, he won't take a demotion. I'll just release him then. Like, I'm not even going to try to trade. I mean, I guess I should try to trade, shouldn't I? Like, a center fielder who can handle center field is always valuable, so I will do this. So, complete trade. Maybe Leroy Matlock should try sucking less, and then I wouldn't be forced to trade him. Did you ever think about that, mate? I don't really want to lose Henry McHenry because I think he still has a decent upside, but I don't want him to be in the majors either. Sleeky can go to the minors. That's not going to cost me anything. I think Mort Cooper goes to the minors because I want him to develop into a proper starter. So Weir gets that particular job. One more pitcher still has to go. I think Leon Riley. Oh, he won't be demoted. Fine. Roy Henshaw maybe isn't actually pitching all that frequently, so we can do that. Let's set our pitching staff. I'm going to do it as a 5-man rotation. Starters only, please, with the pitching ratings. It's very clearly Dean is the number one and Mungo is the number two. Griffith is our third pitcher, and then the question becomes who takes fourth and who takes fifth. I think Weir, being a lefty, has to get the inside track on one of these two rotation spots. So the question is, do we use Lefty Gomez? If we look at Lefty Gomez as a starter, what does he look like? Really good still. Let's do Gomez and Weir. Okay, relievers. So all relievers. Let's quickly turn Tom Jackson into a reliever and also turn Monty Pearson into a reliever. Either Tom Jackson or Bill Swift has to be our closer. I sort of Tom Jackson. You're gonna be our stopper. And then I think everybody else just does regular middle relief. Satchel Paige is gonna be our first guy out of the into the rotation if we need one. Middle relief, and then I kind of trust you a bit more than some of the others to be a setup guy if we need one. No, I want Tom Jackson closing as much as possible because I think he's just that darn useful. So that's going to be our pen. Now you get down to 25. That means a lot of position players are about to go by the wayside. Raleigh Helmsley, I'm going to just try to get him through waivers. Like, nobody's going to want him. Eden's not ready for prime time. Chubby's not ready for prime time. Bobby Doer's not ready for prime time. Don Gutteridge sucks. Silvio Garcia isn't a terrible utility guy. I might keep him. Especially because Pythias Russ is basically nothing at this point. Let me just go ahead. If you're not going to take a demotion, I was just going to cut you. Alright. Slaughter goes to the minors. Um... Garcia goes to the minors. If the question is we keep Lavagetto or done, I think it's done because Lavagetto could still work on becoming a better second baseman. And then I gotta go to one outfielder. I have too many good outfielders. It's a nice problem to have, but it is a problem. If Tommy Thompson will take a demotion, I will. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's get our lineup set. And clear the depth charts. Hmm. I think it's still Garrick hitting third and DiMaggio hitting cleanup, but playing right field. What do we do? Is the question. Ben Chapman definitely becomes our leadoff guy, and Stan Hack is going to hit second. Actually, reverse that. No, because I like Chapman's speed. She's got a bit more of than Hack. Top four are locked. The question becomes who plays left field? I've got three genuine candidates: Trotsky, Berger, and Damari. Trotsky is by far the best hitter of those three, but he also can't really play left field. Like, he refuses to learn the position no matter how hard I try. Which means we're basically struggling mightily to play defense when he's out there. I think that's okay. So I think Mr. Trotsky is going to play left field for us. We're just going to have one of the best damn outfield benches the world has ever seen. Um, is Crosetti the better shortstop? He is. He is just the better defender. Cronin bats here at second. And then the question is who actually catches, and I think it's still Spud Davis. I think it's still Spud Davis. Despite that Shane Duggan's actually a better catcher, Spud Davis is the better hitter, and he's done a pretty good job managing our team. So here we go. Give me a depth chart. This is fine. Hogan playing every 3 games does seem a bit silly. Let's change it to every 5, and then we'll copy and paste this right over, because I'm not gonna fuck around with platoon stuff when our players are so good. Okay. Let's baseball, friends and colleagues and acquaintances. No. No. Anyway. Damn it. Lame. Not Raleigh Kemp-Hefner. How will we ever survive? What if Chubby Dean is one of those deans, or if he is just a dean? Hard to say. I got 1,500 career wins as a manager. Nice. That's good. I'm not looking at any stats yet. Too early in the season. That is unfortunate. So the question is, do we try Doer or do we just use Lavagetto? And I think we use Lavagetto. Because he's just more ready to be in the big leagues. So we're just going to move up. Yeah, we're just going to slide him on in as our 6th hitter and play second base. And then a new depth chart, please and thank you. 5, if tired, if tired. I guess my issue is like I'm still constantly trying to make sure that I have a contingency plan for. Wait, why is no. Dunn is not a good player anymore. He's a useful utility guy, but the more he plays, the worse we are. So it will be Lava Ghetto until around last Bobby Doer takes a step forward. I will send you to AAA. It seems like Hal Trotsky, just as an eternal contingency plan, is maybe not the best choice. But on the other hand, I think we do need that contingency plan in place because we are so dependent on our offense. Like it is the most important part of our team's success is being able to hit consistently and hit well. Um, Hal Trotsky is getting better. Bobby Doer is getting better. He is getting better. Which Slaughter is going to force the issue. That's going to be an awkward conversation. Because I'm going to have to find more room. I already have too many good outfielders. Like I have far too many good outfielders. Um, how we looking this year? Pretty phenomenal. We're just good at baseball. A few too many errors. I bet many of these belong to our good pal Hal Trotsky. There's already 13 errors in left field. He's such a good hitter, but such a terrible outfielder. Damn. Zam. But I'm not exactly going to bench Lou Gehrig, right? Like, Lou Gehrig is still having a pretty great career. He's flirting with hitting 400. That's what we call pretty good in the baseball biz. So the question is do we trade Hal Trotsky? Is Hal Trotsky such a millstone because of how bad his defense is? And I think the answer to that question is no. I don't think trading Trotsky makes sense right now. Maybe someday, but not right now. The thing is, I don't know when Lou Gehrig's going to hit the wall, and he will eventually. And I want to have Trotsky ready to pick up the slack when he does. We're pretty good this year, I would argue. Slaughter's eventually going to force the issue. He's not there yet, but he is getting there. And also, Johnny Vandermeer is finally starting to improve this year. Maybe we just needed better coaches, who can say? Did Lou Gehrig? Yeah, he did. He's the most popular guy in the National League. Van Mungo made it. Leon Riley, for some reason, keeps getting all-star appearances for reasons I don't fathom. Lou Gehrig made it. Crosetti made it. Chapman made it. DiMaggio made it. Nice. Very nice. We saw the thing where they have to actually one person from every team, right? Yeah. Okay. How do you keep saying the fans have turned off to this team? I don't get it. I genuinely don't know what else I can do to increase fan fucking interest. Joe DiMaggio being out with the fractured hand actually hurts quite a bit. So who plays right field now? It feels like Slaughter gets his chance in the bigs, but he's not going to start. I think it's got to be Damari or Berger, but I think it's going to be Damari. I think he finally gets his time to. I mean, actually, we do need a cleanup guy, so maybe it is Berger. Maybe it is Berger and right. Damari's almost certainly pissed off. Like he continually gets like he's always an afterthought. Like I don't know what player could get hurt that actually open up a spot for Damari at this point. Um oh, I need to look at my coaching staff. I want to keep the major league staff together. They've all done a really great job, and I don't see a reason not to. Hank Robinson and ballplayer Kearney are staying with me. They just are done. And this means DiMaggio is ready to go for the postseason. I guess I'm not as annoyed, but I'm still pretty annoyed that he got hurt again because it's the second season in a row where he's gotten injured early into the season. Mickey Cochran is an incredible catcher, and this would be beyond stupid. Like giving up Cooper and Slaughter by themselves is a non-starter. So thank you, but no. It's genuinely a terrible deal. You're right on that, Mr. Morfitt. I'm not that poorly off in terms of catching, so I don't feel the need to fuck around. I'm not even gonna trade anybody because he's gonna keep trying to loot my minor league system for Mickey Cochran, and I'm perfectly content with Spud Davis. Like he's not the greatest catcher, but he's good enough for my purposes. Like I don't need to fuck around with that. There is a slight chance if he returns at the right time that Joe DiMaggio still has a chance to be part of the batting title, which means he could actually win a triple crown. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay. Joel and Joe ready to go. Slaughter goes back to the minors. Joe DiMaggio is too fucking good. Like I can't bench him. Like I refuse to bench him. Even though Berger's having an incredible season too. DiMaggio is the man. He's an absolute unit of a baseball player. Like, I guess I was gonna bench anybody for Berger. It would be Trotsky, but Trotsky's having a pretty incredible season of his own. So yeah, I've got to find a solution to this problem. I've got to, but I don't know what that is yet. So we will think about it. I mean, losing our starting shortstop isn't great. Who can handle shortstop the most of my various options? Silvio Garcia is probably as good as we're going to get. So I think we go with that. Because Bobby Doer can't play short, and I don't trust Lavagetto to play short. So I think we use Silvio Garcia to shortstop this bitch. Maybe I could have used Mickey Cochran in hindsight, but not enough to gut my farm system for him. That I will not do. That is a poor, poor decision. Look, I clinch a pennant in August. There's still a whole other month to go. That's funny. Some nice improvements here and here. Cool. All right. Let's just go to the end of the season. Let's not overthink it. Joe Cronin back is very good. Um, Lava Ghetto's had himself an okay season. I'd rather Cronin play over Garcia than play over what's his face, Lava Ghetto, because I think Cronin's just a more experienced shortstop, and so I feel more confident with him playing LaShort. That seems good. Let's go ahead and continue onwards. We get Crow back, so Cronin immediately just shifts right back to second. But I guess I could play Lavagetto over Cronin, but that seems short sighted. Well, Cronin's actually been the more consistent player. And I think he's also a better second base choice, so. Um. Or do I just let Lavagetto continue his rookie season? I think maybe I do. Like, I think Lavagetto's bat plus his defensive talent at second base makes him pretty useful in a way that right now Cronin isn't. I like Cronin as a super sub instead. So we're going to do that. And then Crow comes into play shortstop. And then we generate a new depth chart. And it's going to be if starter tired, if starter tired, if starter tired, if starter tired. Every 5 games. Copy. And paste through. Okay. Oh no, it's gonna come down to RBIs again. Trosky, you are such a fucking vulture. Every time one of my players has gotten close to hitting a triple crown, you're like, fuck you, buddy. I'm gonna beat you. Man, I am the best team in the history of Major League Baseball, which is fun. Um, did I not get a batting title either? Wait a minute. I thought DiMaggio had that on lock. No. National League only, please. Joe fucking Medwick. So yeah, he did end up regaining lead in RBI, but he fell out in terms of that. That's lame. Man, I have two players with that are worth at least 9 wins. That's hot. Let's set the playoff roster. Why do we hate Lefty Gomez when he had an incredible season? Like that's just silly to me. Oh yeah, let's leave Van Mungo off. Man, fuck you, game. Um I'm gonna leave Jake Dunn off so we can take Van Mungo. Like the best version of this team has Lefty Gomez and Van Mungo starting on it. And then turning Roy Weir into a super reliever. Say middle relief, there you go. Yeah, I'm completely fine with this lineup as is. Who shall be my opponent? The Boston Red Sox. Another all Boston series. Paul Dean versus Dizzy Dean. That's a matchup you can sink your teeth into. These have been very tight contests so far. Like neither team has really had a dominating performance yet. That counts. Um, oof. Another really tight. The second battle of the brothers, and this time Paul is the victor. Interdasting. Ah, but Van Mungo shut down Carl Hubble. Every game except for Game 3 was really close. Even Game 6 was quite close. Um, Actually, no, it wasn't. Game 6 was a blowout. But Boston defeats Boston, and the Bostonist World Series at ever Boston. Um, nice. And we're quite literally the best Major League Baseball team in the history of Major League Baseball, at least compared to real life. With 122 games, the all-time record in real life is 116 by the 1908 Chicago Cubs, which was tied by the Seattle Mariners in 2001? Question mark. What was here? The Mariners won 116. I think it was 2001. I think I will look it up here momentarily. Like we just fucking lapped the field this year. Like there's not even a debate how good we were. Um, I mean, the top three hitters in WAR all play for the same team. When my biggest issue remains Hal Trotsky's refusal to learn how to play left field, that's a lot. Like that's really good. Lou Gehrig finally broke the 30 home run mark, which he hadn't been able to do in the past. It's real good. This is a really good season for us. I can't believe Joe fucking Medwick dicked us out of a triple crown. Ooh, I mean, I did achieve a dynasty because I'm the best. I better get a 10-year contract. Really? 2 years? You should be begging me. You should be pleading with me to stay for 10 years. Man, fuck you in particular. What goal did I not meet to satisfaction? Yeah. The greatest team. That's already been settled. Okay. Who are our big contributors? Obviously, Garrick and DiMaggio. Obviously. It's hard to argue with either one of them winning MVP this year. It will be one of them, but it's hard to argue with either one of them doing it. I mean, yeah, they both had phenomenal seasons. Garrick had the best season of his career, which is saying a lot for a career as good as his. He's going to hit 3,000 hits next season, which is going to be pretty wild. I thought he was slowing down. It shows what the fuck I know. Ben Chapman was utterly absurd. Um, to be this late in his career, just be like, yes, center field is easy, is just crazy. He gets on base at a ridiculous clip. He's everything I wanted and more in a center fielder. Stan fucking Hack. Man, not Stan Hackman. Stan Hack, comma, man. Is just so good. He's so good. I think he's underappreciated. I think on other teams he would be in the running for team MVP, but on ours he's just really damn good at his job, and that's plenty for me. For a guy who's an absolute zero at in the outfield, Hal Trosky is pretty damn special as a hitter. A 600 slugging percentage is comical. I mean, I have two guys over 600. I won't go with 700 slugging percentage, but nevertheless. Crosetti, all he is a shortstop who gets on base, and that is so incredibly valuable that he continues to look like one of the best in the league. Lava Ghetto, I did not anticipate him playing second base at all this year, but he was thrown into the cauldron and actually performed fairly well. He's not his long-term answer at second base. I think that's probably going to be Doer, but at least for now, I'm happy to have Lava Ghetto and his bat on the team. Spud Davis is a bit disappointing. I do think of all the positions on this team where we could develop a new player, I think catcher is probably the easiest one. Our bench was redonkulous. Wally Berger and Frank Demari were fantastic. Roy Johnson sucked, but not everybody can be perfect. Can we stop casually turning people into center fielders just for the fun of it? That would be great. Anyways, let's not forget about a pitching staff though. Like you don't have an elite season without great pitching, and Dizzy Dean was a great pitcher this year. Van Mungo was a slightly less great pitcher this year. Lefty Gomez and Bob Griffith both had incredible seasons, and Roy Weir was also very good. Our bullpen is still a weakness, although Tom Jackson is one of the best we've had in a long time. Um, I don't know how to fix the bullpen. I don't. Maybe it's Roy Weir shifting into the bullpen where he'd be ridiculous. I don't know. But for now, at least, DC Dean's got to win a Cy Young this year. This poor guy cannot win a Cy Young award, no matter how good he pitches. This man is 26 years old and has almost crossed the 40-win barrier. That is so insane. It is genuinely bonkers, McGee. Truly one of the best pitchers of all time right now, and he's only getting better. Look at the start to Van Mungo's career. He's had himself quite a career as well. Um, I don't know. Roletti Gomez keeps getting shit on by the manager, but he has done nothing but produce since we added him to our roster. Other than 1933, which is when he got hurt. Like when he's been healthy, he's been a really good starting pitcher. He'd be an ace on quite a few teams, I think. Bob Griffith is one of the rare former Negro Leaguers that actually has an okay career because he's actually able to reproduce his results. Actually, got better in year two. Yeah, tremendous season. Truly tremendous season. The only reason that Joe DiMaggio isn't lapping the league for MVP is because he got hurt. That's the only thing that kept him down. But my friends, we've done it again. Let me know in the comments if you guys are enjoying the series. I think there is a certain amount of repetitiveness, especially when all my AAA teams disappear for no reason. Um, but I do think there's a certain amount of repetitiveness, and I wouldn't be surprised if people are getting a bit dull, bored with the series. But do let me know in the comments. Your comments are always greatly appreciated and give me a good sense of where I need to be in order to keep you all entertained and watching the show. Until next time, my friends, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you